Washington is completely precious. I think I like him. Actually, I think I like him so much I'm glad he's gone. Anyway, you look absolutely adorable today, Margaret. I really have to ask where you get your clothes from. But the real reason I wanted to talk to you today was because to tell you how absolutely sorry I am for you.
Why?
I mean, on account of that woman. It's really a shame. She dresses so nicely too, but it set such a bad example. I mean, Augustus, you know, my completely disreputable brother, is such a pain. Anyway, he's completely infatuated with her. And it's absolutely scandalous. She has absolutely no place in society. I mean, plenty of women have pasts, but I hear she has at least a dozen, and she fits all of them.
Who are you talking about?
Mrs. Erline.
Mrs. Erline? I've never heard of her. What does she have to do with me?
You really don't know. I mean, we were just talking about it last night at Jansen's house. We said how absolutely extraordinary it is that of all the men in London, poor dear Windermere had to be the one to behave such a way.
My husband? What does he have to do with any woman of that kind?
They say Windermere goes to see her continually, for hours at a time. And when he's there, she's not at home for anybody else. I mean, not that many ladies are calling on her, but she has plenty of shady gentlemen friends. My brother among them, like I told you, which is what makes it so bad about Windermere. I mean, we all look up to your husband as sort of a model husband for everybody else. It's such a shame. But it's definite, without a doubt. My nieces, the Seville girls, you know them. Domestic, such a shame they're so plain though. Anyway, they sit in front of their window, making fancy things, making things for the poor, which is so good for them in these times. I really don't know what the world's coming to and everything. But anywho, they've seen him. Right across the street. I hear she's gotten a house on Curzon Street right across from them. Such a shame. It used to be such a respectable street and everything. But I've seen Windermere there 4 or 5 times a week. And what's worst of it, they say that she's getting a large amount of cash from somebody. I mean, she goes around all day. She has a house in Mayfair, going out in Hyde Park, driving her cars everywhere, when just 6 months ago, she came here with nothing at all. Nothing until she met poor dear Windermere.
Can't believe it.
But it's true. They've seen him. All of London knows it. And that's why I had to come talk to you. I mean, I'd advise you to take Windermere abroad. Take him to Hamburg or somewhere. That way, he can be amused and you can watch him all day long. I mean, after I got married, at first, I had to pretend to be sick all the time. I had to drink the most terrible mineral waters because of it, just to get Berwick to leave the house. He was entirely too susceptible, but at least he wasn't paying out large sums of cash to people. That's why it's such a shame about Windermere.
It's impossible. We're only married 2 years, and our child's only 6 months old.
Oh, that's right, the baby. How is the baby? I can't remember. Was it a boy or a girl? I want to say girl. Wait, no, it was a boy, wasn't it? Oh, boys are so wicked. I mean, my own boy went off to Oxford, only been there a little while, getting up to all sorts of trouble. I really don't know what they teach them at these schools nowadays.
Are all men bad?
Margaret, all men are that bad, and they never grow any better. They might grow up, but they never grow better.
Windermere is neighborhood for love, though.
Margaret, that's how we all start out. I remember that Berwick used to chase me around all the time, wouldn't leave me alone, and it was only his constant threats of suicide that got me to marry him in the first place. And then wouldn't you know it, before the year was out, he was chasing every skirt he saw, every size, shape, and color. I mean, right after we came back from our honeymoon, I caught him winking at our maid. I mean, she was a lovely, nice girl and everything, but had to fire her and leave her without any character references. Actually, I think I gave her to my sister. Poor Berwick, so short-sighted. I thought it wouldn't matter, but apparently it did. Anyway, so it's most unfortunate. I have to go now, though. We're dining out tonight. But don't let this trouble with Windermere bother you too awfully much. Like I said, send him abroad, and it'll all be fine. That way, these women can't mess with him anymore. We should just keep your humming tracks on.
Oh yeah.
Background.
I videotaped my tennis shoes. And I want you to include it in the beginning and say director and my name.